Hi everyone, welcome to the platform of Study IQ. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the current affair of October 2021 for the state of Assam. My name is Ravneet Kaur. So let's start with the lecture. The first one is 120 farm families of Majpara village of which of the following district of Assam has continued the tradition of community paddy transplantation in a community land. So the correct answer is Gwalpara district. It is located Gwalpara district and the village name is Majpara village. Actually, this community paddy transplantation is an age-old practice, but from past few years, this activity has been eroded or you can say depleted. To symbolize it again, the community has created awareness regarding that and carried all the activity of community paddy transplantation in a festive mode like uprooting the seedbed, carrying it to the field, and transplantation. So this is actually a symbol of unity in the country. Community paddy transplantation. Next question is how many districts of Assam are adjacent to the international border of Bangladesh? Correct answer is 4 districts of state of Assam share the border with Bangladesh and name of 4 districts are Karimganj, which share a border of 3 km, Chachar, which share a border of 70 km, Dhubri, it shares a border of 90 km. Last one is South Salmara, Mankachar, and it share a border of approximately 63.00 km. So the maximum border of Bangladesh with the district Dhubri. And if we talk about the total border sharing of Bangladesh with the state of Assam, then it is 262 km. Why it was in news? Because central government has taken a decision to increase the power or reach of BSF border security force around the border areas like in Punjab, Assam and West Bengal. This move was actually countered or rejected by various states, and in the state of Assam it has been clearly indicated that 4 districts are sharing the border with Bangladesh. If the BSF has been giving power has been in BSF has been provided more power in the border area, then definitely these 4 districts which share the border with Bangladesh will eventually fall under the BSF, due to which the state government has clearly opposed the move of central government because they do not want more authority of border security force in any of the district of state of Assam. Next question is about Armed Force Special Power Act 1958, which is also known as AFSPA. It was introduced in Assam in which of the following year? Correct answer is 1990. Why it was on news? Because recently the central government has extended the period of this act by another 6 months in the state of Assam. It is known as Draconian Act in many of the areas of northeastern states. Also, you can remember that the power of this act lies with the Ministry of Home Affairs. Next question is, who was the first martyr of 1972 language movement? Remember the year of language movement, that is 1972. And the day of martyrdom is celebrated in Mangaldayi as a mother tongue day by the Assam Sahitya Sabha. This is very important question from the Assam perspective. Correct answer is Muzmil Haq. So Mother Tongue Day is celebrated to understand the martyrdom of Muzmil Haq. You can also remember that Shaheed Muzmil Haq Memorial is located on the bank of Bega River in district Darang. It can also be asked. Next question is about Subansiri Hydropower Project, which is a long pending project. So find the incorrect statement in the context of this project. The first one is Subansiri Lower Hydropower Project is a dam that is undergoing construction along the border of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Second is it is being built on the Subansiri River, which originate in the Tibet Plateau. Third one is Subansiri is the largest tributary of Brahmaputra River. The fourth option is none of the above. So no statement is incorrect. All the statements are correct. Apart from that, you can also remember that Subansiri river flow through the Miri Hills in Arunachal Pradesh. When it enters from Tibet to the Arunachal Pradesh, it enters through the Miri Hills. And the project was already in conflict with 1980 Brahmaputra Board Act because the project was about transferring the work of water resources of Subansiri Basin from Brahmaputra Board to the public and private sector, due to which it was in opposition. And right now an assessment has been carried out by Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee, which clearly said that there is an increased seismic threat level to the dam, due to which many environmentalists were also against this Subansiri hydropower project, and it has been pending for a long while due to this local agitation. Next question is, Assam Don Bosco University is the global leader of cluster formed by International Association of University for which of the following sustainable development goal? So it is acting as a global leader for the achievement of sustainable development goal 7, and this SDG 7 is particularly about the clean and affordable energy. So if the question is framed like that, like which of the following university is promoting the activities for the achievement of sustainable development goal 7, then the correct answer will be Assam Don Bosco University. Next question is, Rita Chaudhary seen in news is a famous what? Correct answer is, she is famous novelist. Why she was in news, we will see further. Question is, protesters in Dabaka are demanding the protection of which of the following trees in the road construction from Dabka to Akashi Ganga? So Rita Chaudhary also supported this protest and said the government to not cut those trees. So you have to answer like which of the following species will be cut down, will be species of the tree will be cut down for the construction of this road. Correct answer is Sal. So for the protection of sal tree, the people are demanding that government should not cut these trees, and also they are saying that the 12-kilometer road widening can be done by diverting the route instead of cutting the 4,000 precious species of sal. The local fears that evergreen environment of the Baka Reserve Forest will be lost if these sal trees will get cut. Next question is, Assam cabinet approved how many crore to acquire asset of two defunct paper mills of PSU Hindustan Paper Corp, and also for the waiving of microfinance loans which are availed by poor women. Correct answer is 2500 crore. If we break the amount, then you can also remember that 700 crore has been provided for acquiring the asset of two defunct paper mills, and these paper mills are located at Panchgram and Jagi Road. So with 700 crore, the asset of two paper mills will be acquired, and rest of the amount, that is 1800 crore, will be used to waive off the microfinance loans of poor women of the state of Assam. This question is important. Venkaiah Naidu inaugurated the northeastern first of its kind PET MRI wing at which of the following state cancer institute medical college hospital? Answer is at Guwahati Medical College Hospital. This first of its kind MRI wing of northeastern state has been opened. The question can also be framed like that, in which of the following northeastern state the first of its kind PET MRI wing has been opened? Then the answer will be Assam. If we talk about the cost of project, then it will be around 62 crore rupees. This question is very important. We have already discussed it in the previous lectures. Mahabhav Brahmaputra River Heritage Center is developing or inaugurated on the bank of which of the following river? Correct answer is on the bank of Brahmaputra River. Name itself dictated. If we talk more about this heritage center, then this center was once used to be the base camp of Ahom army. And this Ahom army actually resisted the Mughals from entering the vast part of Assam in 1671 Battle of Saraighat. So this battle is very important. Battle of Saraghat between the Mughals and Ahom kingdom, at which this river heritage center played crucial role. Next question is, environment researchers has requested the Assam government to send a proposal to the center so that a famous lake in the state of Assam can be declared as Ramsar site. So which of the following lake is considered to be declared as Ramsar site in the Assam? Answer is Chandubi. Basically, if we talk more about Chandubi, then this is a natural lake, remember, and it is located in the Kamrup district of Assam. This lake is actually situated from the Guwahati city by 64 km and located through the National Highway 37. You can remember the name of National Highway. The lake is at the foot of Garo Hills surrounded by Assam and Meghalaya. So it also touches the Meghalaya. This place is very calm and peaceful. There are lots of tea garden around this lake. It is a natural picnic spot for the people of Assam. Due to its beautification, the Ramsar site may be included into the Ramsar site category. The Ramsar Convention on Wetland is basically a intergovernmental treaty that provide the framework for the conservation and wise use of wetlands and their resources. Right now, Assam has only one Ramsar site wetland. Remember the name of that Ramsar site, that is Deepor Beel. If this lake, that is Chandubi lake, will also get included in the Ramsar site, then Assam will have two Ramsar sites. Okay, right now it has only one, that is Deepor Beel. Next question is, Assam government launched Mission Basundhara. This is very important mission. It is aimed at empowering the people to resolve their particular issues. So which are the particular issues which will be resolved by this Mission Basundhara? Through an online system. Correct answer is land related issue. So this Mission Basundhara particularly target the land related issues which will be solved by online so that the system can be more hassle free and it will benefit the indigenous community which regularly fight or strive for securing the land rights. Next question is, center permitted how many crore project for the 8th bridge over Brahmaputra river? Correct answer is 3000 crore. So 3000 crore has been assigned for the 8th bridge which will be commenced soon. And you can remember that this bridge will be near the Guwahati. Bhumi Pujan for this bridge has already been done. Also, you can remember that another project worth 2200 crore has already been inaugurated. That is 120 megawatt hydel project in the Assam Dima Hasao district. This is the runoff river project over Kopili river and it will help increase the electricity supplied from clean energy by 469 gigawatt hour by 2025 and it will reduce the greenhouse gas emission also. Finance Minister visited the Assam and last time she also inaugurated the right to public service portal in the state of Assam. This portal is giving benefit to the people lot because the public service is easy and it increases the accountability in the state of Assam also. Okay, now the next question is about the upgradation of road that is from Haflong Tenali to Lower Haflong. Nirmala Sitharaman, who is the finance minister of country, she recently laid the foundation of upgrading work of this road. So what is the length of this road which is being upgraded or improved? Correct answer is 90 kilometer road and the improvement will cost around 900 crore rupees. The most important point is this improvement work is done with the assistance of Asian Development Bank, which has its headquarters in Philippines, Manali. Asian Development Bank with the Assam Road Network Improvement Project is going to improve this road from Haflong Tenali to Lower Haflong. Next question is, which of the following state government schools has decided to record flora and fauna for the biodiversity study for the students? This decision has been taken by the Assam government and it will help the student to understand the rich biodiversity of the state. Every school will maintain a register that will be a school biodiversity register, in which the flora and fauna information will be available, so that the student can be aware about the local flora and fauna, and the conservation will be done at the village level. The database from the village will be collected and maintained in this register. Next question is, which of the following efforts have been taken to generate the awareness about Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana by the Assam government, so that the targeted beneficiaries can be brought under the ambit of this scheme in the state? The name of the scheme is Ann Mahotsav. So Ann Mahotsav is a scheme of Assam government which is connected with this central government scheme Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. And it has been held at Nalbari. The program has been held where it is promised that 5 kg additional food grain will be provided to NFSA card holder, that is National Food Security Act card holder. So Ann Mahotsav is part of this program. This Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan program Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana was basically started during the pandemic period in June 2020. Now the third phase is implemented, and the name of this scheme in the state is Ann Mahotsav. Next question is, central government in August launched a scheme that is National Mission on Edible Oil Palm. So what is the amount which has been released for this scheme? If we talk more about this scheme, then it will particularly focus on the edible oils, palm oil, and target the northeast region and Andaman Nicobar Island, because these two particular areas have climate that is friendly for the cultivation of palm oil or edible oils. Answer is 11,040 crore rupees has been approved for the implementation of this mission in the northeastern area and Andaman and Nicobar area. If we particularly talk about the states of northeastern area, then Assam, Mizoram, Tripura and Nagaland are already undertaking the oil palm cultivation, which will get strengthened by the release of this amount. Next question is, Assam government has recently got approval of new medical college. So what will be the number of this medical college which recently got the approval? Answer is the 8th medical college will soon be commenced in the Assam, and it will be in Lakhimpur town. If the town has been asked, then it will be the Lakhimpur town in the northern part of state, and it has been approved by National Medical Commission. It will soon start the classes. Next question is, a master plan for the Dibrugarh in Assam was unveiled under which of the following project? And this project will be helpful to expand the area of particular town and set up 6 satellite townships also around the Dibrugarh. Answer is, under Amrut scheme, Dibrugarh will be expanded and 6 satellite towns will be settled around this Dibrugarh. What is the full form of this Amrut? It is Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. Under the Urban Development Program, the government is deciding to provide basic services like water supply, sewage and transport to the city developers who are covered under this Amrut scheme. And it has been also decided that Dibrugarh City Master Plan will work up to 2045. It means the city will be developed with the target of year 2045, so that it can hold the capacity of population in 2045 also. Next question is, Lokpriya Gopinath Bardoli International Airport in Guwahati was handed over to which of the following industry for the operations, management and development responsibility? So this has been handed over to the Adani Group. Now the Adani Group will manage all the activities of this particular airport. Actually in 2018, Government of India included the Guwahati airport in group of other 6 airports which will be privatized for 50 years. And this privatization will be in 3 domains, that is for the operations, management and development responsibility. What are the other 5s? Ahmedabad Airport, Lucknow Airport, Mangalore Airport, Jaipur Airport, and Thiruvananthapuram Airport. And the sixth one is Guwahati Airport. Next question is about PM Matsya Sampada Yojana. So what is the duration of this Yojana? Correct answer is 5 years. The nodal ministry for this Yojana is Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. What is the purpose of this Yojana? It was started in 10 September 2020. The aim of this scheme is to bring blue revolution, and this blue revolution will be done through the sustainable development of fishery sector over a period of 5 years. 5 years from 2020. So the maximum period is from 2020 to 2025. And this Yojana was announced in 2019-20 budget. The estimated investment in this Yojana is 20,050 crore rupees for its implementation in 5 years. Why it is important for the state of Assam? Because recently one day awareness program has been conducted in Chhachar regarding the awareness of PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, because Assam has huge potential in the Barak Valley, particularly for the fisheries sector growth. And the unemployed youth can be engaged in this fisheries sector and take the benefit of this Yojana. Next question is, Assam Cabinet decided to release how much crore as a grant in aid to Moitri Society under the mission for overall improvement of Thana for responsive image scheme for 2021-22. So the full form of Moitri is Mission for Overall Improvement of Thana for responsive image, and the released amount is 120 crore rupees. Apart from that, the cabinet also approved the creation of Directorate of Indigenous and Tribal Faith and Culture Subordinate Office for the preservation of culture. If we talk more about this Moitri scheme, then you can remember that this scheme is particularly for the police stations, because it can be asked that to which particular segment the Moitri scheme is getting targeted. So the police sector will get targeted by this scheme. Under Moitri scheme, the police stations of the state are being revamped or revived in terms of infrastructure facilities. Next question is, Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati has launched a new BTech program in which of the following domain? Correct answer is in data science and artificial intelligence. Rupees 508.60 crore loan will be raised by the state government of Assam from the NABARD for projects under Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. So what will be the repaid years? Like in how many years this amount which will be taken from the NABARD will be repaid? Answer is the loan will be for the 7 years. If we talk more about the NABARD, then it is basically a statutory organization, and Rural Infrastructure Development Fund works under the NABARD, and Rural Infrastructure Development Fund provide funding to different states which target the infrastructure of particular areas. Next question is, Assam Cabinet decided that a dedicated portal will be assigned for the pension cases of state government employees. So what will be the name of that portal which will be helpful for the state government employees so that they can get pension easily and the post-retirement remuneration will be expeditiously provided? The name of the portal will be Krit Gyata. Question can also be framed like that Krit Gyata is for the welfare of which of the particular section of society? Then the correct answer will be retirement, state retired employees. It is for the benefit of release of pension easily to the retired employees. Next question is about National Air Quality Index. What is the incorrect statement in this context? The first is, It was launched in 2014 with outline one number, one color, one description for the common man to judge the air quality around it. Second is the measurement of air quality is based on 5 pollutants. Third is air quality index has 6 category of air quality. Fourth is it has been developed by Central Pollution Control Board in consultation with IIT Kanpur and expert group comprising medical and air quality professionals. The incorrect option will be option number 2 because the measurement of air quality is based on 8 pollutant, not 5. Next question is Assam is among how many states which are vulnerable to extreme climate events? It is among the top 7 states of country which are vulnerable to extreme climate events. And this study has been released by Council on Energy, Environment and Water. Northernmost zone is under much threat in the state of Assam if we consider the climate aspect, and the particular districts which are very much prone to the flood are Hailakandi, Tinsukia, Dhemji, Karbi Anglong. Next question is Assam government has launched the process of mapping how many odd villages through the drones, and this mapping will be done to facilitate the demarcation of borders with other states in the region. Answer is around 700 odd villages will be mapped by the drone technology so that the demarcation of different borders around the states with other states can be properly done. Maps of large number of villages were prepared actually in 1960s or 70s, which is quite old now. So the latest technology will regularly maintain the demarcation so that the land boundary issues with other states can be resolved properly. Next question is the Board of Secondary Education of which of the following state has launched a digital portal for the schools to save the marks of internal exams for error-free formula-based evaluation? And the name of the state is Assam. This is very good move to maintain a digital portal for the evaluation of marks of student. And particularly, the Board of Secondary Education SEBA has launched this portal which will increase the quality education in the board examination of state. Next question is the creation of Sissi Tangani tribal belt in Dhemji district with how many revenue villages got the node of Assam cabinet? Answer is 89. So 89 revenue villages will be formed or comes under the tribal belt in Dhemaji district by this cabinet note. So this is it for the lecture. If you have any query, then you can contact on these numbers. Keep studying. All the best. Thank you very much.